Hey guys, welcome back to Newbreed Film Reviews. This is episode 79. My name is Dave, and I'm going to be doing a solo review on Turbo Kid. Just saw this movie today. It was recommended to me by several people, and for whatever reason, I put it off and didn't check it out. But yeah, a few people I know, they were ranting and raving about it. And finally today, Gil actually convinced me to check it out. He's like, dude, you gotta watch Turbo Kid. It's freaking crazy. It's nuts. You're gonna like it. It's right up your alley. Has like an 80s vibe to it. So, I was like, all right, well, let me see what this movie's about. So like I said, I hit play. I went in with no expectations other than what I heard, and I was entertained. It was a fun movie. The movie, it was very over the top. It had a shitload of gore, and it had a lot of 80s nostalgia, which is that definitely is right up my alley because I'm an 80s baby. So I got a soft spot for anything 80s. Joke on me. I don't care. So the ratings go like this. IMDb gave it a 6.6. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 86%, and Metacritic gave it a 60%. IMDb and Metacritic, to be honest, they're a little harsh. And I think Rotten Tomatoes is a little bit more on the money, especially if you consider the type of movie it is, before you get into it. Like I said, sometimes these critics, they expect way too much out of movies. They expect Oscar performances, mind-blowing, life-changing movies. And every movie's not going to be that, and if you watch something that's like cartoony and over the top, it doesn't make it shitty or bad. It just means that it's a different kind of fun popcorn movie. And there's some movies that do it well. There's some directors that do it well, and there's some directors that suck and are terrible at it. Like, everybody knows I'm not a fan of Michael Bay. I think he's a complete hack. I just don't like his style. I think he just butchers franchises like he did with Ninja Turtles and Transformers. And I know that's not all he's done, but I typically don't like his style. His style is a lot of flash and pop without a lot of substance. It really doesn't do it for me most of the time. I did like The Rock by him though, with Sean Connery and Nick Cage. That was a good movie. That was fun. But anyway, rant. Back on topic. So IMDb and Metacritic, I think, were kind of harsh, and it's one of those cases where it's a silly movie, and whoever rated on IMDb and Metacritic, I don't know what they were expecting, to be honest. So Rotten Tomatoes is a little bit more on the money. That's pretty much what I would have graded it, right around that area. The film stars Monroe Chambers as the kid, Lawrence LeBoeuf as Apple, which that's actually a female. She's really cute too. Edwin Wright as Skeletron. That dude was awesome. This guy had this crazy Roman looking old school gladiator metal mask with crazy leather face hair and armor, kind of skater armor, and pads on his body with a hardware saw, a circular saw as a weapon, and he would shoot it out of his wrist. He had this big attachment on his wrist, and or he would activate it and just cut people. He was ridiculous, man. I think that Skeletron dude's gonna be a cult classic internet legend. Michael Ironside is in this. Old school villain actor. He's been in tons of movies. He plays a character called Zeus. The premise, it goes, in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, a comic book fan dons the persona of his favorite hero to save his enthusiastic friend and fight a tyrannical overlord. I'm not going to spoil the movie for you guys. I'm not going to get into any spoilers. I'm just going to say that the movie was fun. It was just a fun movie. If you're bored and you want to watch a popcorn movie that's like has an indie film vibe to it, lower budget, but just like really well done, fun, gory, like super crazy gory, Kill Bill status, even more so than that, like over the top 80s vibe. If you're an 80s baby and kind of like the silliness that's associated with the 80s, like the music and what people would wear, and even like the style of movies and like the villains and the one-liners, this is your movie. It reminded me very much so of Kung Fury, which was like really, really popular. This like little low budget short. It was like about 30 minutes. I reviewed it on this podcast. I also recommend that one. That was a fun short, and they're actually going to turn that into a feature. But it reminded me a lot of that movie. And another movie which is like a fun, silly favorite for me, Hobo with a Shotgun with Rutger Hauer. And there's two characters in that movie that I absolutely love. And there's like a petition or something going on, an online push to have a spin-off movie made with these two characters that I like. They're called The Plague, and they're both like these demon bounty hunters. One is Rip or R.I.P. and Grinder, and they're just badass and cool. So if you go on YouTube and type Rip and Grinder, Hobo with a Shotgun, or you can type Rip and Grinder, The Plague, you're going to see probably their main scene in the movie, and it's just BA. Like, and I would love to see a feature with them, a silly over-the-top one. I'm actually trying to convince Brian to do a short film, a little 10-minute fan film on The Plague, and I want to play Rip. So if you guys want to see us do a silly short film that's like over-the-top, bug Brian. Email the podcast, something on the Facebook page, whatever, because I would have a ton of fun doing it. And I think we would have fun doing it, and it's just like silly and right up our alley. So back to the movie. So I do recommend it. I'm going to grade it. I give Turbo Kid, for what it is, again, I give Turbo Kid a B. And that's a good grade. And some people might see it and say, what the hell are you smoking? Like, you gave that a B? Yes, I did. Because I understand that not every movie is going to be like this Oscar movie or deep film. Like, sometimes you got to go in and just take it for what it is and just have fun with it. And to me, under those circumstances, the movie warrants a B. So it's on Netflix now. Check it out, guys. You know what you're getting into now. And that's pretty much all I got for this movie. So that's going to wrap up this episode. We are going to be back with episode 80 with whatever fun movie related topic that is, or reviews. Hopefully we'll get Brian and Paul back on here. They may get a solo in between. Who knows? But thanks for following the podcast. Thanks for the downloads, subscriptions. Hit us up on our Facebook page. We have a Twitter. You could even email us at newbreedfilmreviews2014@gmail.com for recommendations, requests, comments, feedback. We like reading the mail also. So anyway, guys, take care, and we'll be back with episode 80 soon. Later.